Okay, first of all, welcome you all to the demo session of data analysis. Myself, Harish. I will be going to take this session for the next 1 hour of your time today. So, this particular session happening today is going to be your first free class in this data analysis journey of the classes. Overall, we are going to provide 3 free classes. Among them, this is the first free class and will be your introduction class to the data analysis course. After this first free class, we are also going to provide you the second free class and third free class as well. So we are now going to discuss today for the next 1 hour of class today with respect to the introduction part of the data analysis course. So before I go ahead and provide you the details of this session today, I would like to introduce about myself. So myself, Harish. So let me mention that as trainer name. So myself Harish, and I have 9+ years of teaching experience and also working as a data analyst. Currently, I am working as a lead data analyst and having experience working on the skills of Databricks, PySpark, Python, SQL, Tableau as well as Power BI. And I have a wide range of experience working on the projects from the domains of banking sector, financial sector, healthcare, and also in the telecommunication domain. And over the past 9+ years, I'm been into the teaching field also, where I have good experience teaching the students coming from different backgrounds in this data analysis technology. So this data analysis as a subject is going to be the very easiest subject I can say in the current market to learn, and also huge number of opportunities are there to get into the job. So this particular course, when we are going to teach you here, is going to be covered with respect to the real time basis. What is the difference or what is the meaning of real time means? Normally, if you can see in your college days or like that, whenever you are going to learn some subject, they are just going to teach you something and we are writing the exams and we are getting passed. That's it. But we don't know how in the real time or in our day to day life those concepts are going to be useful, right? So that's the problem we are as the students are facing to get into the job, because in the interviews they are going to test your application knowledge or practical knowledge, or it can be the real time knowledge. We call the concept you have learned, where are we going to use that, how are we going to use that, that is what they are going to test. So to get into the job, we need to understand that knowledge, and then it is very much simple to get the job. So that's the reason I would like to highlight here. The course is going to be covering the concepts with real-time basis, or else application knowledge or the practical knowledge, everything we are going to gain in this particular course. So the course is very much suited for any type of background of students, even technical or non-technical or any type of background of education, or even though you don't have any prior knowledge about any of these, anybody can able to learn this data analysis course in our institute. So this demo session also today, I would like to first of all provide you the knowledge about the eligibility criteria. Why this is the main point I'm starting with is, generally when a student wants to learn any new technology, like it can be data analysis or it can be anything, they will be going to have some questions in their mind. So is it possible for us to learn this particular course? Is it okay for me to get into the job, or is it suitable for me or not? How is the future? Like this lot of questions in the student's mind will be very common. So I would like to answer some of the questions first, and by the end of the session I'm pretty much sure most of your questions will be answered without being asked from your side. So first of all here, I would like to mention about the eligibility criteria. Who are all the students eligible to learn this data analysis? So I can say the first category of students can be the freshers. Freshers in the sense the people who are recently completed their graduation, maybe 1 year back, 2 year back, or 3 years back. And you might be the student who are in the final years of your graduation, who are about to complete, or the third years of your graduation. Like this. The students who are about to complete or who completed their graduation in the recent years. Those type of students we consider them as freshers. The next category of students we are going to consider is people who are having some career gap, meaning you might have completed the graduation some 3 years back, or 4 years back, or 5 years back, or sometimes 10 years or 15 years back also. You might have spent the time on preparing for some of the exams and now you want to enter into the software industry. So for that you want to learn this data analysis course. Of course you people are also eligible to learn this course. Okay. And also we have the other category of students, people who are already working persons. Okay. People who are already working, so you might be the student who are working in the IT sector or in the non-IT sector, but you wanted to shift to this data analysis domain, thinking it's having a lot of demand in the market and good career growth will be there. So of course you people are also eligible to learn this data analysis course. So here every type of student would be definitely eligible to learn this course. Also the doubt you might have is, sir, I'm coming from some non-technical background, I don't know anything about the programming, is it still possible for me to learn this course? Yes, it is possible. Here we don't have any type of student to have any prior knowledge to before this joining in this course. Even a student is coming from the non-technical background who doesn't have any programming knowledge, still you are eligible to learn this. So that's the reason I am writing the statement here. No prerequisite knowledge, meaning before joining in this course, you doesn't need any prerequisite knowledge to learn data analysis in our institute, because in our institute we are going to start each and every subject from the basics. Because of that everybody can able to easily learn this data analysis course. So that's the reason I mentioned this particular point. So if you have any doubt in your mind saying I don't know nothing about this course, can I still able to learn, means yes, you can able to learn. Only thing we need or we are expecting from the students is their commitment and their punctuality regarding the classes, how they are going to attend, the practice time, the punctuality you're going to maintain, and the commitment towards getting the job. That is the thing we are expecting from the students. Remaining conceptually, the knowledge basis, the real time knowledge basis, everything we are here to provide you the help. Okay. So that's it for the eligibility criteria. I think some of the doubts regarding your queries whatever you might have been answered. Now let us jump on to the next thing, where I would like to highlight what are the things we are going to cover in this course, or particularly in this particular session for next 1 hour of time. So we are going to provide the student the knowledge about the course today with respect to the three w's. What are the three w's of data analysis? So we are going to provide www. What are these? What is data analysis? I will explain. Why we are learning that data analysis? I will explain. And where are we going to use that data analysis also? I will explain. These three things will give you a very good understanding about this course. Before joining in this course, if you know these details, that will give you the confidence about the course. If you don't get the confidence, I'm really saying you will not get interest. First of all, to get that interest you need to know the in and out of the course. So that's the reason I'm spending the time today to explain you these things first. Okay. So let us start with the definition of the data analysis course. What is this data analysis actually? So data analysis, if you observe this term, there are two different words are present. One is data, right? First one is what? Data. Second word is what? Analysis. What is meant by data generally? Data means simply you consider that as information. Data means what? Information. Suppose, what is an example? If I ask about yourself, can you please tell me what's your name? What's your age? What's your date of birth? What's your other number? What's your contact number? What's your email ID? These type of details, if I gather from you, that is nothing but information, nothing but data I'm calling. Same type of information I will gather from 100 students or 1 lakh students. Nothing but it's all data. That is what is data meant by. Then what is meant by analysis? Analysis in the sense, it's a simple English word you can able to refer anywhere. It will say that examining or else observing the things deeply. Okay. What are we going to do? Examining or observing the things deeply. So what are you going to examine or observe? Data. You are combining both now. Combine both of these. You are going to observe this data, that is examining or observing that data deeply to find out what is present in that data. That is what is data analysis. Now let's write down a proper definition for this data analysis. I can say it is the process of analyzing the data to find the insights. That is the definition I can say. So what is meant by that? Here when I say process, the meaning of it is there are multiple steps involved in that. How many? Total 5 steps are involved in the data analysis. These 5 steps are what I will use for analyzing the data, that is examining or observing the data to find what insights. So what is meant by insights? Insights in the sense, simple way if you wanted to understand, we can consider that as output of data analysis. Or else you can also call it as findings, what you found during that analysis. And also you can consider that as unseen trends, meaning if you normally look at the data, you can't able to see what is present in the data. What you are able to, when you are able to see that through the analysis. So simple word can be insight. My suggestion is to remember this word where we are going to come across this so many times. So proper definition here I have written. It is the process of which we are going to follow to analyze the data to find the insights. Anybody asks you this question, you can able to answer this. Okay. So let us now try to understand why.
Harish, I have a small doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I am thinking to learn data analyst, but moreover, so many suggestion I got it to learn data science. Can you
Guys,
please tell me?
wait, we'll get the we'll answer your queries in the end because we need to first of all complete this. Then I will get
Ah,
through
okay,
your
thanks.
questions. Okay. In the end, for everybody's question, I will spend even 1 hour. Also, I will wait. Then we can ask your questions and clarify. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
So let me cover that why data analysis is used. So why data analysis is used? Here, this question I would like to answer with respect to two different ways. So what are the two different ways? So generally, when a student is trying to learn one course, they will be going to have a lot of confusion about why particularly this course. When there are so many skills present in the market, why can't we learn anything else? Because ultimate aim is to get a job. To get a job, so many skills are there in the market, but why particularly data analysis? Why can't we learn anything else? Right? That can be one question. Other question is why companies are first of all using data analysis. If companies are using data analysis, then they need the employees to work on that. That's where the jobs will come into the picture. So first of all, the main core point is how companies are using and why they need this data analysis. And from the student point of view, when there are so many skills present in the market, why do I need to learn this data analysis? So these two things now I would like to explain you for most of the time today. So let me start making you understand these examples or the answers for these questions by using some simple examples. Let us consider a first case scenario. Case number one. I am going to consider a simple retail shop as an example. Okay, so this retail shop I am talking about is nothing but a small shops you can able to see in your nearby homes, right? We can also consider that as a kirana stores like that. So there is this one particular shop, and the shop owner is storing the data regarding the sales happening in their shop. So let me say, if a customer comes to their shop, they're writing the serial number, and also they're writing the time when the customer came to the shop and how much is the sales they made or the purchase they made. So like that. So there is a second customer at 9:15 a.m. and they made a sales of 50 rupees. And there is this third customer who is at 9:30 a.m. made a sales of some 150 rupees. Like that. So like that, there are total 50 customers came to the shop on the day at last 10 p.m. and made a sales of some 500 rupees. So what is this considered as? This is nothing but your data. Data is nothing but some information I mentioned. This information is nothing but what? The data of the customers coming to the shop at what time and what is the sales amount. So this particular data, how it will be helpful for that particular retail shop. So with this particular data, I can able to easily find out what is the total sales happening in that particular company or that particular shop. How to find out? Simply I will take a mobile calculator. I will add all these 50 different values because 50 customers, right? 50 different sales amount will be there. Suppose if I have added all of that, let me say you got 5,000 rupees as total sales amount. Then what's next? You can able to find out total number of customers came to the shop. Count. Nothing but all the serial numbers. What is the maximum here? 50. Now with that, you can also find out what is the average sales happened on that particular day. What is the average sales? Total sales divided by the number of customers, that will give you 100 as answer. What is this 100? Meaning of this 100 is When a customer is coming to our shop, they're making at least some 100 rupees of sales, or most of the customers coming to the shop are buying for 100 rupees. Like that, you can able to say. Apart from these are very basic things. But apart from these, you can also do some time based analysis. Okay, what is it meant by? Suppose, as I mentioned, morning 9 o'clock is the starting point. From morning 9 o'clock to afternoon 12 p.m., how much of sales happen? And from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., that is evening time sales or afternoon type sales, how much of happening? And from evening time 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., how much of sales happened? Like this. Suppose, let's say it is 1000 rupees, it is also 1000 rupees, and it is some 3000 rupees. Like that. Overall 5000, right? These type of time based analysis, if you do, you can also able to understand here easily at what point of time most of the sales are happening. You told me on this particular day 5000 rupees happened, but when the most of the sales happened is 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., right? 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Like that. As I mentioned, this data is getting stored from past few months. You can compare with previous month's sales also. How much of sales in the December 2025, January 2026, February 2026? That you can compare with your March sales. You can understand whether your business is improving or is it decreasing, right? December, how much of sales? January, how much of sales? February, March. Like that, if you find out, you can able to easily understand, right? Whether business is increasing or decreasing. You can get an idea about how the business is running. If you want, you can also understand during this December, the weekends, only on Saturdays and Sundays sales, you want to compare with different months. Compare those sales with the remaining weekdays sales. You will come to know at which point of day or which point of time most of my sales are happening, so that you can even manage the workforce. Suppose if one person was unable to handle the customers coming to the shop at that particular point of time, they will make some employee taking, and it's not needed for them to work from morning to evening, because at this point of time very less sales, this is the peak point of time. They need to take some person, give some less amount of money, and only work in this particular point of time to help the customers. Am I right? This manner, if you want to understand about your business, how it was running, where are my weak points, where are my advantages and disadvantages, how can I improve the business? This everything you'll come to know if you analyze the data. Simple imagination you do. Without this data, whatever you have taken here, without this data, can I able to find all these things, whatever I mentioned? It is not at all possible. So data is the core thing which you need to definitely consider if you want to come across and do some better way of doing the business. And this data analysis, whatever you performed here until now, whatever is the example I considered here, I never talked anything about the technical skills like SQL or Power BI or Python. We didn't discuss at all. That doesn't mean we don't need to learn, we need it. But as per this data is concerned, or this example is concerned, I don't need any technical skills also to perform, because to find out the sum of sales, simply I am using the mobile calculator, average sales also everything. So nowhere here I need any technical skills to learn. But here you can understand in this example how data analysis is useful for that particular company to improve themselves or to understand their business. So let me go for the next example. Case number two, you take any such big companies' data, like food delivery apps or the day to day, like it can be transactions of money, like UPI transactions or Amazon type of companies. So, like that. Suppose I am taking here Zomato as an example. So Zomato company, everybody know it's a food delivery app. If you place a food order, they are going to deliver it to your home. So Zomato also will store the data related to the food orders. Am I right? Suppose today you placed a food order, they will store some data regarding your order. What type of data? Suppose it can be, if for your order, one ID will be generated. Order ID, who is the customer placed the order, and which restaurant, at what time, and what is the food item, who is the delivery agent going to deliver that, distance between the delivery address and the restaurant address, delivery time taken to deliver it, the payment details with respect to that, is it a cash on delivery or is it a UPI payment or is it in debit card or credit card, which bank cards they are using. Like this type of lot of details for your one single order will be placed, right? So how this data will be getting stored in the Zomato company? That's a question you need to also raise here, because here it's a small retail shop. Hardly 50 customers are coming. So you're making a note of this on a piece of paper, you can make it. But here, how can you make it? Because easily Zomato will get 8 lakhs of orders per day. This much of big amount of data, how are you going to make a store on a piece of paper is ruled out. On laptops also, your laptops won't be sufficient to store this after a few months. So that is the reason why, to make this data stored securely and privately, they are going to make these databases. Okay, databases, or you can say cloud, or you can say servers. These type of things came into the existence to store these huge amounts of data. So when this huge amount of data is stored in this, anybody or how many employees are working in that company, everybody can access the data if you have the particular access related things. Okay. So now if the client is asking, today you mentioned that 8 lakhs of orders are there. Can you tell me what is the total sales happened? Total sales in the sense, add all the order amounts for this, all these orders that has been placed. How are you going to add it? Here it is hardly 50 orders, so you took a mobile and you have done this. But here it is this much of data. You can't able to do it manually. That's the reason why here you need to learn the technical skill set like SQL it can be, or Python it can be, or Excel it can be, or Power BI. Like these type of technical skills are needed if you want to analyze the large amounts of data like this. So in the day-to-day work life also, where you are going to work in the companies, it can be any company, even mid-sized companies also, always data is coming very, very huge. Millions and billions and trillions of data is coming. So that much of big amount of data you can't able to handle without having any technical knowledge like this. First case scenario why I explained is you need to understand the importance of technical skills why you need. So that's the reason I took a very small amount of data and explained everything without having any technical knowledge is needed. But here it is needed because in the real time scenarios, data will be very huge. So when the data is present here, there is the place the technical skills are needed to analyze your data. So simply here to find out the sales, I will use the sum of the sales as a formula. Sum is a function that will come and do the work for you, and it will do the work even in the seconds of time. In the seconds, it will give you the answer. Even for these 50 orders, if you use a mobile, you might take some minute, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes of time. But here within seconds you can get it, even your data is this much of huge in nature. That is the reason behind learning the technical skills to use on performing the data analysis. So this particular data, which is the main asset for the company, what is it called? Asset. Just like a vehicle to move forward, how a petrol or a diesel is needed, for the same manner for a company to move forward, the data is like that. Data is a asset or a fuel for the companies to move forward and to improve their business. So whenever you have this data, definitely we, that is the data analysts, are needed to perform this data analysis. Because this much of data when they're collecting, what is the point, why they're spending lot of amount of money to store this data, means they need somebody to perform the analysis. So that analyst who is going to do this analysis is going to find out the insights about that particular data. So these insights, what is meant by insight? I told output of the analysis. These insights are used by the companies in making some decisions. What are these decisions? Can be, for example, I'll tell you, take the same Zomato as an example. So Zomato is asking you to find out, there are some sales or number of orders are decreasing from past few months. Earlier we used to get a very high number of orders, but now compared to the previous months, my number of orders are decreasing. Can you tell me why is that happening? What is the reason behind it? So to answer that question, you are trying to find out from every city, mainly why I'm considering cities means main cities will be getting most number of the orders. So that's the reason I'm trying to find out, mostly like cities like Hyderabad, or it can be the Bangalore, or it can be Delhi, or it can be Kolkata, like this type of main cities. How many orders you received in the month of December, January, and the February? These 3 months you are trying to find out. So let's say Hyderabad received 1,000 orders in December overall. That's example, okay? And in the January you have received some 890, and it is 880. Can you see the difference? Sales are decreasing here, number of orders. For the Bangalore also 1,000 orders are there, and let's say it became 900 and it became 950. Okay, somewhat better. But in the Delhi, it was 850 previously and it was 880. Now it was 920. So like this, for every city, for every month, how many orders you're getting, you're counting. If you want it to more deep, you can also find out only the sales that are placed with the sales amount or the order amount greater than 500 rupees, on which are all the orders which are having non-vegetarian as a food type. You can apply the filters. Don't consider all the orders. Only count the number of orders with average amount, or let me say the sales amount more than 500. If you place a food order that is a 400 rupees, then your order will not be counted. When it will be counted, if it is more than 500, high ordered or high valued orders, I can say. Okay, what it is? High valued orders. And if it is a non-veggies, most number of the orders will be placed. So that's the reason. So in this manner, if you can able to find it, okay, you are able to see that this is a city where the sales are or the number of orders are decreasing. Remaining cities are okay, not much better, I can say. Delhi is performing better, but Hyderabad city orders, when compared to the December month, the sales and the number of orders are decreasing. And same thing in the Bangalore also, it was decreasing a little. So because of these main cities where the number of orders are coming less, overall your orders for it is decreasing. So you need to focus on these type of cities like that. We will say the insight. What is the insight? Hyderabad and Bangalore type of cities are not performing better when compared to the previous months. So these cities orders are coming less. That's why your overall company's sales are decreasing. So the company will now make a decision saying that, okay, let us focus on these cities where our sales are decreasing or number of orders are less. Let's give the extra offers for those city people. They don't want to give for other cities because they are performing better. You give only for these two city people. Encourage the customers to place more number of orders so that your orders also going to increase. The type of decision, the type of insights to find what is needed, the analysis is needed. Without analysis, nobody can understand this because it's a very huge amounts of business they are performing. That's the reason companies are storing the data so that they will understand how the business is running in their company. Okay. So whenever the decisions are being taken, because of those type of decisions, the growth of the company will be increased. So that is the ultimate reason behind companies are spending this much of amount of money to store the data just to get the growth. If this data is not there, they don't understand what is happening, how their business is running, where is the problem, or where is the advantages they're having, disadvantages they're having. Nothing they will know. That's the reason the companies are using data analysis. As most of the companies, not most of the companies, I can say 99% of the companies nowadays are storing this data. Whenever data is there, we are needed. We, in the sense, who? The data analyst. We are needed there to do the analysis. That's the reason so many projects are there in the market. The demand has been raised for this data analysis because of this reason only. In a skill you are learning, if it is having good demand, then you can get the job easily. How means, if you're attending just 5 interviews per month, and if you're attending 15 interviews per month, where is the place you will get a job easily? More interviews you attend, more easily you will get the job. So if you want to get the more interviews for the skill you are learning, you need to have good demand, right? Right? So that is the reason I'm saying for the data analysis, there is a good demand present in the market. How can we say that, sir? Because somebody also asked a question like this, sir, you were saying I attended data analysis, so you're saying data analysis is having good demand. Somewhere I attended some testing background, testing related course. They're also saying the same thing, which is correct. So simple. You go to LinkedIn or Naukri. Everybody know these websites or the sites, right? LinkedIn and Naukri. Or else you go to ChatGPT itself. That is also better, right? Go and ask it whether this particular course of data analysis is having good demand or not. How is the future for this? Is it okay? Can I learn this? Just ask it only. It will also provide you the suggestion if you don't believe my answer, because it's generally possible when institutes are going to, you go for attending the demos there, everybody will say this is the course having good demand, this course is having good demand. You might not have the belief to trust them. So that's the reason, give it a try. This is 100% having great demand in the market, and opportunities will be applicable for everybody. Some courses will be there where you won't find the opportunities for freshers, and some courses will be there where you find don't find opportunities for the experienced. Only experience will be suitable, only freshers will be suitable for some courses. But this is not like that. It is applicable for every one of you, either you are a fresher or experienced. For career gap people, you can either take it as experienced or go as a fresher. That is the only way we are going to do. So that's the reason I'm saying opportunities are there everywhere, and it is also very easy to learn course. So why it is saying I'm saying easy means the course here, even though you can see there is a Python is involved, but still it is not the full stack Python of hundreds or thousands of programming we are not going to do at all. It is very simple programming. As I mentioned, to find out sum of cells, this is the only thing you'll write in the Python. It will give you the sum of cells. It's that much of easy programming you'll be going to have. Okay, so that much of easy way you can able to learn. Nothing prior knowledge is needed. Even though you are coming from the non-technical backgrounds, it is very simple to learn. Also, career growth is also important. So the skill that you are learning in the future also, it should be giving you good number of opportunities even after 3 4 years if you switch the company. At that time also, this course is going to have a good growth. Because of that reason only, keeping in the growth point of view, we are also including the artificial intelligence tools in our course. So these AI tools are being included in our course. So for every subject we are going to include this and making the student learn much better for this. So there is no impact of this artificial intelligence also on our data analysis. Generally, I will get this question from the students, how this artificial intelligence is going to impact our data analysis. Even the artificial intelligence need the data to provide the answers to ask what are the questions you ask. So that's why I'm saying this is having less impact on our data analysis. More impact is on the developers, the full stack courses. So nowadays it was all companies are also, some companies, not everybody I'm saying, are using the AI tools to generate the coding also. In the place of three members, only one person is working. Like that, the competition is increasing in those, but our data analysis are like that. So it is very easy way to learn. Good growth is there. So what else we can need? Packages are also very much better in the market for this. So that's the reason I'm saying data analysis is a very much primary skill set needed for any person in the current job market. To get the job easily, always prefer the skills which are having good demand and having good career growth. That will easily give you the jobs. Okay, so these are about the data analysis, why it is needed. I know that's I have taken more amount of time, but let me just mention one single statement about this. So the companies or the businesses are using the data analysis insights to make better decisions, which will help the business to grow. So that is the reason behind learning this data analysis. So where are we going to use? I mentioned that is our third W, where data analysis is used. So there are so many companies I can say data analysis is getting used by. But let me say a few e-commerce companies. Like what are the e-commerce companies, guys? Amazon, we have the Flipkart, right? And we have the Walmart and some quick commerce companies like Zepto, Blinkit, Instamart, or food delivery apps like this Zomato, right? And also ride booking apps like Uber, Rapido, or else online shopping platforms like Azio, Mintra. These are the companies which are highly data generating jobs. Also, you can add one of the Phone Pay or Google Pay as UPI transaction apps also. These are the companies very, very high data generating jobs. When more data is there with them, more persons are needed to handle that data. That's the reason also more companies having the data analyst requirements for these companies. Okay, so you might have also definitely used one of this app in the last 3 to 4 days. Just imagine yourself, most of you, 90% of you definitely might have used one of this app in the last 3 to 4 days in your mobile or somewhere. Okay, so in the next banking sector, which is one of the important sector in the coming market scenarios, it can be investment fields or it can be the insurance related side, and in the healthcare markets like hospitals and pharmaceutical companies, and also you have it in the sports and games also. Any type of sports and games you take, cricket or football, hockey, badminton, wrestling, everywhere we are using this sports as an example. I mean to say data analysis in that particular sports to visualize the data, to help the players in understanding their gameplay, to make the tactics means against your opponents, for those things, right? And we can also have it in the education backdrop companies, and most importantly IT companies. Anyhow, those are definitely will be there. So these type of lot of companies I can say are using the data analysis skills, and lot of projects are available in that. All service based companies or product based companies or MNC companies you consider, or startups you consider, or mid-sized companies you consider, anywhere the opportunities are available for experienced, for the freshers, for the career gap people, for anyone, opportunities will be there in this data analysis market. Okay, so let me now explain you what are the skills that we need to learn to get a job. Definitely, we are all learning this course to get into the job. So, what are the skills that we need to learn to get the job? That is a important thing for us. So, here you are going to learn Excel, statistics, SQL, that is structured query language. We are also going to learn Power BI, which is most important skill set again. Tableau, we have Python, and there are another add-on skill for you, that is PySpark. Okay, so these are the technical skills we are going to teach you in this data analysis course. So all these skills are going to be the core data analysis skills. These skills, if you want to learn, there is no need for you to before only have some knowledge. If you are fresher or you don't know any of the knowledge about these skills also, no issues. We are going to start the subject from the basics. So this PySpark related thing, I would like to highlight also. This PySpark is an additional skill we are adding to our data analysis course. People who are interested can enroll for this PySpark also along with the remaining skills. What is this PySpark means? This is nothing but the Python you are going to write in the Spark as a big data framework we call. Okay, so this PySpark is nowadays been very much important for the data analyst also, for data engineering background also. In most of the places the companies are using. For experienced people, I will definitely suggest you to take this PySpark, because with experience they were expecting some additional skills also like this PySpark. If you are a fresher, it's okay. Even if you don't learn, if you learn, that is going to be giving you more opportunities. But if you are a experienced person, I will definitely suggest you to take this. You can also refer the data analyst job descriptions. You will definitely find its skills in the job descriptions also. People are nowadays, companies are expecting to have this knowledge in the candidates. So that's the reason we have added this skill set, because I am working in a company, as I mentioned. In our company also, we are going to only hire the candidates who have the PySpark knowledge. If they don't have it, we are not taking the candidates. So that's the reason this is also important nowadays. So give it a thought. Search about this PySpark, you will understand it. It is nothing but what we call Python. PY stands for Python Spark. Spark is a big data framework. Okay, so these skills, even though you don't have any knowledge, as I mentioned, we are going to start from basics to advanced in every subject, and the 15 plus real-time projects we are going to cover in this course. So these 15 plus real-time projects are going to really help your profile to place these projects in your resume and get into more shortlistings. And these projects are going to be coming from different business domains: banking, healthcare, like HR related, or it can be from the sales domain, or it can be from the background of the sports and movies also. For entertaining domains also we are covering in our course also. So all these type of things are very much helpful for you to place these projects in your resume and even show it as a experience. People who are having the career gap, these type of projects, if you have it in the resume, they will understand that even the student is having some gap, but skill is there, because skill is the primary thing in the companies they will consider to get into the jobs. Even though 5 years of experience you have, if you're unable to have the skill set properly, they won't give you the job. Even you have 5 years career gap, if you are able to answer the questions they are asking, and if you have the good real time experience, exposure and experience, then that's where you are going to get the job. So always skill is very much important in the IT companies, not your age, or not your what is the previous experience you're having, or to the gap you're having, or whether fresher or inexperienced. Nothing matters. Okay, so that type of skill if you want to learn, this is the best place I can say. The content we are going to provide and everything is going to be the up to the industry standpoint. So many places, so many members will teach you the data analysis. Just compare the contents, because you should not just look at the fees what they're giving the course at. You should look at the content of the quality of the content, because at the end of the day, if you save that 4 or 5,000 rupees, that won't give you the job. To get to the job, the good content is needed, the good proper real time experience is needed. The person who are teaching you, if that person is having good real time exposure to that data analysis course, the person will give you more, guide you better. So that's the reason I'm saying in our institute, as I'm already having that experience working in the data analyst background, will give you very much better suggestions, and the complete architecture of this data analyst will be explained in more deep. Okay, the contents always whatever we are using in our company, those concepts I'll definitely place in this particular content when I'm explaining also. So in that manner, you will get the real-time exposure. In the interviews also, you can clear it easily. That is where the point you need to understand. The quality is important than the quantity you are having over there. So try to understand the things how it is going to shaping in the market. Okay. Now, what are the things that we are going to share with you along this course? So the lot of data sets will be shared with you people, different domains of data sets for you to practice. Day-to-day notes will be shared. What I'm writing in the notepad, like that, day-to-day notes would be shared with you people. And along with that, materials also will be shared. What is meant by material? Suppose if you have a look at our SQL material that I am showing you here on your screen, this is the material which I prepared. So this type of PDF, which is like a textbook for you as a reference material for you. These type of things will be also shared with you people along with the day-to-day notes. Okay. So along with that, we are also going to provide you the recordings for the day-to-day session. That is important. Suppose if one day if you're unable to attend the class, then how come the class is going to be? So you are not going to miss it. Recording will be there for you. You go through the recording and come to us if you have any doubts. And even after completion of the course, again you wanted to go through the classes, recordings will be there. So the view access is going to be provided for the recordings here for the course 1 year or 2 years of time. And here the assignments will be shared with you people for the practice purpose. And also exams you are going to conduct for the students to get the better out of the course. Where you are lagging, you'll understand everything. All these things on a very like proper structured format we are going to share. Let me suppose show you. This is our one of the Python batch we completed. You can see everything very organizedly. The recordings and everything will be shared. You can have a look at that. How organized we are going to maintain. There will not be no confusion at all. On the same day itself, the classes also will be uploaded so that it will be easy for you to go through the notes. And even for example the Python code, the project details, the notes, data sets, assignments, exams, through the separate emails we are going to send it. Like that, everything we are going to maintain in a proper manner. Also, along with this, you are going to get the resume building class. You can also consider that as profile building classes, like how to create a resume, how to answer or add those projects in the resume, and how can you apply for the jobs, LinkedIn Naukri profile creation, how to search for the jobs, how to contact the recruiters. So that every type of things, the soft skills or communication skills, everything we have kept in this course. That is what here when I written resume building. Okay. Apart from that, important interview questions for each and every subject will be provided for you, so that that will make your interviews much easily to complete. Apart from that, mock interviews are also going to be taken for every student here at the end of the course. The entire mock interviews we will take. That mock interviews also will help you to answer better in the main interviews, because most of the students will face the problem. Even though they know the concept, they're unable to express that answer outside. Because of that, they're losing the opportunities. So that is the reason to prepare you to better answers how you are going to explain. These mock interviews are going to helping you. Okay. And along with this guys, we are also going to provide you the internship program is also available with us. People who are going to enroll for this internship, you are going to get 6 months to 12 months of internship certificate. And for that internship certificate, you are also going to have some eligibility criteria. We are going to conduct some mock interviews. So students who are going to clear the mock interviews, then they will be going to provide the internship program also. If suppose, let's say the student was unable to perform better in the mock interviews, no problem. We are not going to leave the student. We are again asking the student to go through the course if you want to attend the live classes, or come back after uh, 2 weeks or 1 month, like that. Again, we can conduct the mock interview. Like that, we were going to encourage the student to perform much better. We won't leave the student once they not perform better, right? So like that. And also the placement assistance also will be provided for the students on the same eligibility criteria. Because if the student was not able to answer better, even though we take you to the placements, that will not be going to clear the interviews for you. So that's the reason placement assistance also will have that eligibility thing. Also here, along with the placement assistance, we are going to provide the course completion certificate. So internship certificate is separate, course completion certificate is separate. Course completion for everybody will provide you, but internship certificate only for the eligible candidates. Okay, so course completion certificate will be provided. Also here, we are going to help you people in the Microsoft Azure certifications also. What are these Microsoft Azure certifications means? This is having some cloud knowledge or cloud exposure for the students. Nowadays, everybody will keep the same skill set. Like everybody will keep Python, everybody will keep Tableau or Power BI or SQL in the resumes. Then who are going to get the interview calls? Right? So something extra you need to have. That is nothing but these certifications. Of course, project will be there. Along with the projects, these are certifications. If you have it in your resume, that will give you extra preference. So that certifications guidance we are going to provide you, how to appear for the exams, what exams you can target, okay, how can you prepare for that exams, how to get the discount on that exam fees for that exams. Okay, you need to write an exam with Microsoft, then only they will give you the certificate if you clear with 70 percentage of the marks. So how to clear that exams, that thing will give you more preference in the market. Everybody will give the same skills. Again, I'm saying this is the ground reality. But just by learning the skills, I'm not getting the job. If you think that's the reason behind that, everybody are keeping the same skills. One job is there means 1,000 people will apply. All of them are having the same. Then who is the person will get the job interviews, calls, or the job means some extra things like projects and these certifications only. So first of all, basic skill set like all the skills are needed. But to get into the interviews, first of all, something extra needs to be there within your profile. For that, I am suggesting you these cloud certifications. It is very easy to crack. I will give you also some important questions also that will make you to clear it easily. Okay. So Microsoft Azure certifications. Also, let me also provide you the duration of this course, guys. The duration of this course is going to be 4 months of time it will take. If you are enrolling with the PySpark, it might take 5 months of time. Without PySpark means 4 months the course will be completed. So along with that, the classes will be daily from Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour of class. And also we have the classes sometimes on Saturdays for 1 hour. Okay. So Monday to Friday, 1 hour of class, Saturday, sometimes 1 hour of classes. So the batch timings. So we have multiple batch timings. So people who are interested at that particular time, you can able to join. So we have the class timings from evening time 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have a classes. Next week we are only starting this batch. Apart from that, we have the morning time 10 o'clock to 11 a.m. also. 10 to 11. We have it both offline and online. Offline and online. The evening time classes are only online. People who are working professionals or who are unable to join the morning time, for you people, evening time also classes are available, but only in the online mode. No problem if you want to come for the offline classes on the morning time also, you can come, no issues. And apart from this, we also have a morning time 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock also. That is also both offline and online. But as of now, we are not suggesting you that batch, but these two are possible to join. Any batch is of your choice. Okay. So this particular classes, I am only the faculty who is going to take the classes for all these three batches. So don't think that different faculty will come. So and one more thing here you need to understand is about the flexibilities we are providing for the students here, which is very important also to get to know those. Because generally, if a student joins in our course, let's say I am a student, I am joining in this course, I am a fresher actually, I don't have any knowledge about any of the skills. So I am attending the SQL classes. So let's say after completing the SQL, I got to know the complete SQL, but I am thinking like if I get one more time the chance to attend the same SQL classes, this time I will understand much better because I already know now what is SQL. So is it possible? Am I allowed to attend the same SQL classes one more time in the live? Yes, you can attend. A student can attend any skill any number of times here in any batch, the two, not only in your, suppose let's say you registered only in the 10 to 11, not only in that, you can come and attend 7 to 8 also, you can come and attend 9 to 10 also. So here any student can attend any number of times any skill. You don't need to pay any extra amount for that. That is important. You might think like extra amount need to be paid. No, not needed. So a student can attend any skill any number of times in any batch, not in particularly the registered batch. You can attend any place. Okay, every time whenever a new subject is going to be started at any batch, we'll inform everybody. Let's say you're part of 10 to 11, but still I will inform. So on, so 9 to 10 o'clock at the morning time, we are starting the SQL as a subject or Python as a subject. From tomorrow onwards, like that, you can come and attend if you're interested. At the time, people who are interested to attend for second time, they'll come and attend, like that. Okay, I'll send the emails regularly whenever we are starting the new subjects. Also here, if suppose I mentioned the duration is 4 months regularly, right? But sometimes student will need to complete the course in less time duration, let me say 2 months or 3 months. So at that time, is it possible to complete the course in less amount of time? Yes, it is also possible. A student can complete the course here in less amount of time, not 4 months, maybe 2 months or 3 months also. But for that, the student need to attend multiple classes per day, not just 1 hour. You need to attend more than 1 hour, like 2 hours or 3 hours of classes. How it is means, you attend 9 to 10 o'clock class, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, and also evening time classes also. Daily 3 classes or 2 classes if you attend, you will learn multiple subjects in multiple classes. 9 to 10, maybe suppose Python subject, 10 to 11, statistics subject or SQL subject. Like that, if you learn, you will complete the course in less time duration. That is going to give you some extra time for you to prepare for the jobs also. But I'm not saying everybody to join in that manner. People who are having the time, who can practice it, can join the course like that, and you can complete the course in less time duration. You might get a doubt, sir, if I attend in that manner, am I not going to get confused? It's a simple logic only. You yourself might have done this so many times in your school itself. In the school, you all remember different 5 or 6 or 7 different subjects in one single day you used to learn. At the time you didn't got confused, then how come now you'll confuse? So it is not confusing at all. If suppose let's say you felt confused, or let's say you're unable to concentrate on 2 subjects per day or 3 subjects per day, no problem. You come and attend the subject which you confused one more time in another classes. Hope you are able to understand. 9 to 10, let's say Python is getting started. Actually, from Monday onwards, you're starting Python. If anybody are interested, you can directly enroll to that also, because no need to wait. I need to first of all learn Excel only, then I will learn Python. Means it's not needed, because there is no concept of Excel we will use in the Python or in the Power BI or in the statistics or in the SQL. Every subject is independent here. How to link them, I will tell you in the end. But there is no linkage present at all. Every subject is independent. So that's the reason I'm saying, if you are learning Python here and 10 to 11 one more subject, let's say you felt Python is a little confusing or little difficult, again I want to attend, sir. Yes, come and attend. Anyhow, for your batch, again Python will come, right? 10 to 11. Like that. A student can attend multiple classes per day to complete the course in less amount of time. Okay. A student can complete the course in less time duration by attending multiple by attending multiple classes per day. And for this also, we are not charging any extra amount. Basically, outside they'll call it as a fast track batch and they will call it as double the fees amount. But we are not doing that. It's the same registration fees, same you need to pay for completing the course in less amount of time for 4 months, or even if you want to complete the course multiple times, you can attend. But only thing is, 2 tracks I can say: normal data analysis course, and who are interested with the PySpark data analysis with the PySpark. My suggestion is, or my recommendation for you is, if you add the PySpark, will give you more extra benefit. Okay, so think about it. If you don't know about what is PySpark, just research it about it. In the second free class, I am going to explain about each and every skill set. Before you join that class, if you go through those, it will also give you some idea. So I'm going to stop up to here for today, but we have so many things yet to discuss. We didn't explain much about the skill set today, because those are going to be discussed in the second free class. I will explain about each and every skill, why we need to learn, how it will be useful for us, what tools we are going to use, what are the time of the classes, like me to say duration of each and every subject among these 4 months, how much of duration for Python or SQL or Power BI, like that. We are going to explain you on that day. And also, what are the 5 steps that are involved? Total in the definition I mentioned, it's a process. I meant to say 5 steps are there. I told what are those 5 steps, which step is needed for which skill set, like that I'm going to explain you on that second free class. That would be more interesting and more technical on that day. Today I haven't touched much of the technical things. Very simply I have explained you the entire course, so that student first of all need to get to know about the course details. Then only the student will get interested to engage and learn the things. So that's what is my target today. So the next free class I'm going to explain much better about this particular technicalities of this data analysis course. Okay, so that's it from my side today. Now I am going to give you the time. You can ask me your questions, whatever you have.